In this video, I'm going to tell you about your Darakaraka or your 7th Lord in the Nakshatra of Uttarabhadrapada. But before we get started, please subscribe my channel. Follow me on Instagram if you want to take my personal consultation. So please check the link below. You can also email me for the same, okay? So let's jump into the topic and let's start. So basically now we are coming towards the end of the series. Finally, I think I started it in January. I think I started this series in January and now we're completing it finally in May. So it took a lot of time, but there were 27 nakshatras, so that's why I had to make other videos as well on this topic. So that's why, and now only Revati is left, which we will complete soon and within 2 or 3 days. So let's start now. Uttarabhadrapada is ruled by Saturn. This is the nakshatra, that is the last nakshatra which is ruled by Saturn. Saturn represents what? Death, okay, end of the life, diseases, disputes. And after that, when death comes to us, our soul is carried to the next life or to the next journey by the transporter Mercury. So Uttarabhadrapada, we can say, is the last nakshatra which helps us to enjoy the material world. After that, our journey towards the next life starts. So now basically it is ruled by Saturn. The deity of this nakshatra is a serpent god, which is Ahibudnya, and he's one of the 11 Rudras, which is the form of Rudra, okay, and is a serpent which lives deep within the waters, deep within the ocean or the sea, and has the deepest knowledge of spirituality and about life and death, rebirth, and everything related to this earth, this world, and this universe. It holds the whole knowledge. Now Mercury is actually debilitated in this nakshatra because now we have to let our logic go. The brain is, the part of the body. It is not the part of the soul. Let your logic end. And you just have to become emotional. You have to think from your heart, not from your mind, because thinking from mind is the work of body, is the work of human. It is not the work of a soul. That's why you will find that your spouse may be very creative, can go in any creative field, or in acting, or a painter, or a musician. Even if not, then they will be deeply interested in the creative things. Okay, now here, this is the last stage of learning of Saturn. Saturn wants to teach us hard work. Saturn teaches us to become loyal, to become disciplined, to become a hard worker, and to believe in yourself, okay, and to become detached. So here, your relationship is gonna teach you these lessons. You're gonna learn how to detach yourself from the material things. Okay, it's gonna teach you how to become spiritual and how to let go of your desires. No matter you may be hurt emotionally many times, because this is a learning phase where you need to learn a lot. Okay, and one more thing, it shows that as it's in the Pisces sign and Saturn, there will be not very much attachment between you and your spouse, because you both will consider the relationship to be more about duty and more about commitment and a spiritual relationship. For having spiritual relationship, true love, there is no need of attachment. So that kind of attachment is not going to be there in your relationship. The animal symbol of this nakshatra is a cow. A cow is a quiet animal. A cow is very nurturing, and in India we consider cow to be mother. We pray cow. If you do the remedy of cow, like if you feed jaggery to cow, you will do the remedy of Jupiter. You will strengthen your Jupiter. So feeding jaggery to cow is a very good remedy of Jupiter, which females should basically do for getting married early. So it's a very good remedy. So the symbol is a cow. So all the features and characteristics of cow are present in this nakshatra. A cow is a very good animal, like kind animal, and it provides us milk without expecting anything in return. Okay, so that's why these people are very kind, very gentle, very compassionate, very emotional, very humanitarian, and their basic goal of life is helping people. They are very helpful, and they will be able to understand the emotions of people. They will never support anything that is wrong or anything that is against humanity. So they are very much humanitarian people. Okay, they are very soft-hearted, and their heart melts easily because they think from their heart, not their mind. But here is one thing, that sometimes we need to think from mind as well. As long as we are staying in this world, we need to use the logic. So sometimes they can flow with emotions, basically your spouse. So if you have Darakaraka or 7th Lord here, means your spouse will have the feature of this nakshatra. In that case, you need to have a strong Mercury in your chart. If that is the case, if your spouse is very emotional and is not able to take logical decisions, you will be the one who can take logical decisions in the marriage, and so the balance will be maintained. Okay, so sometimes these people think too much from their heart and are emotionally hurt, so they need to work on it. Now the color of this nakshatra is purple. When a soul comes out of the body, the color of the soul is white, and I'm saying it from my experience, from my research that I do on life and death. So the color of the soul has no form, it is formless, and the color is white. So normal souls will have the white color. It is a kind of reflection, but the souls that are very evolved, very spiritual, and want to take moksha, who led spiritual life, like basically the souls of saints or very highly spiritual people, their soul will be of purple color. So by the color of the souls, you can know if this soul is spiritual, if this soul is gonna attain moksha. One more thing, if her soul comes out of her mouth or nose or eyes, it is a normal soul and will have next birth. If the soul comes out of her head, this area, it shows you're gonna attain moksha in this life, and this is your last birth. The part of the body from where the soul comes out can tell about the journey of the soul. So the latter part of the funeral cot is the symbol of this nakshatra. Now by the symbol you can see what it tells. It tells about going away from this world. So having Darakaraka or 7th Lord here shows that your relationship with your partner is not a new relationship. You have lived many lives together, have solved many karmas, and finally you both are coming together in this life to live a happy life together. Because Uttarabhadrapada Nakshatra is also represented by Goddess Lakshmi, and it promises prosperity, it promises wealth, and if you are a male, basically you will get a wife who is like Goddess Lakshmi, who will bring a lot of wealth in your life. So never ever disrespect your partner, never hurt your partner emotionally or physically or in any manner, because if you do it, your Saturn will get afflicted and you also face losses, diseases, deaths in your life. So your spouse, when your spouse comes in your life, it is the phase basically when your destiny will rise. So that's why always respect your spouse, fulfill all the demands of your spouse. Now the basic feature of your spouse will be compassionate, caring, kind, a bit lazy because it's ruled by Saturn. So they may think that I want to do it, but they will think a lot of times I should do it or not do it, and they will think a lot and won't be able to start something new very easily. So laziness is there. Sometimes they become self-centered, thinking only about themselves because of the detachment part that comes in this nakshatra. Sometimes many people will not be interested in marriage as it's also a spiritual nakshatra, and they will want to go towards spirituality. If we talk about the looks of our spouse, will be innocent, can have thick hair, okay, will have very beautiful magnetic eyes, will be innocent, will have a beautiful face structure, eyes will be very attractive, okay, oral will be a very good looking, can be of medium to tall height, and also will never discriminate in the status of people, will consider everyone equally, even the servants, will always want to help poor people, old people, and servants, and should do. Now if you want to get married early, start respecting or serving poor people or old people. Start giving them money. If you do it, your marriage issues will be solved and you will gain a lot of wealth after marriage. Also, it shows they will be well behaved, well mannered, will have friends, but sometimes they will want to live in isolation. They will be very much intuitive and imaginative, but that imagination will only work when they are alone. So they need time alone. They are very intuitive. So that's why they will have to spend time with themselves. Now, this relationship, when you will get older, you will find that your interest towards spirituality is increasing and you are going towards spirituality, feeling like leaving everything this world has to offer and go towards spirituality. Both you and your spouse may lead a spiritual life depending upon the yogas that are formed in your chart. Now if you talk about the planets placed in this nakshatra, like for example, if sun is placed here, your spouse can be a bossy kind of person who would like to have a control on you, but at the same time will be highly humanitarian, will love to help people, can have a lot of government contacts, okay, and will here he's gonna become like a king who is here for serving people. He will never think about himself but only for the people. But yes, there will be desire of attaining name, fame and success. Even you need a partner who can help you to rise your status in life. Although you will want to have a partner who is very humanitarian, but at the same time you will want to have a partner who will help you to rise your status in life, will also bring wealth in your life, okay, will help you to fulfill your dreams in your life, okay. It also shows having a soul connection with your spouse. Now if moon is here, so moon shows your spouse is very emotional and always thinks from heart, is very motherly, is very caring, but at the same time there can be some emotional ups and downs in the relationship and marriage. Okay, now it's a Saturn nakshatra, that emotional ups and downs are gonna be there, but having moon here, it shows that you don't easily get attached to people, or you all want to spend time in solitude and loneliness more with people. Even your spouse will be like that. You can also go abroad or foreign lands after marriage. Your spouse will be emotionally connected to you. At first, you may also face some relationship issues in your life, but later on, you will definitely get your true love. Your spouse will be very understanding. If Venus is here, so Venus shows that someone who is very much interested in creativity, someone who is very just like Venus is exalted here, all the qualities of exalted Venus are coming here. You have no interest in people who look good. Like you see people from heart, not from your their body. And even you focus more on your manners, your behavior, more than your looks, because you Venus has learned the lesson here that looks are not important. I mean, looks are not more important than your behavior. Your behavior describes what you are, not your looks. Okay, you want to have true love in your life. At first, you may face relationship issues like not getting a desired partner. Partners do not get attached to you easily, but later in life you're definitely gonna have, and for sure later in life you and your spouse may go on a spiritual path and follow spirituality. Later in your life you're gonna get a good looking spouse, very charming magnetic spouse, okay, with a very good personality. If Mercury is here, Mercury is debilitated. These people think from heart rather than mind. So sometimes it becomes very hard for them. Like if they do business or spouse, then if someone comes and asks the stuffs for free, your spouse will want to give it to them, and that's why that cleverness and logic is somewhat less in your spouse because of that humanitarian attitude. Okay, now sometimes they flow with emotions, but Mercury is a planet that is very logical, and wherever it sits I want to explore that thing. So deep interest into spirituality and supernatural things like in ghost or something that is of other realm can be in your spouse. Okay, but a very youthful looking spouse you're gonna get, and communicative spouse loves to communicate in loneliness. Your spouse will also have the habit of talking to himself when he's really alone, he or she. Now if it is Mars, so Mars is coming the Saturn zone. It shows someone who is very much interested in yogas, can also become a doctor. Okay, and someone who now Mars here, actually Mars is a planet who wants to attack, and it's through the first sign that is of Aries, and now it's coming the zone of Pisces. So it is quite confused, like what is this, where I have to go. So Mars is now slowly getting to know that what is spirituality. So Mars here is gonna give you a very energetic spouse who may have anger issues as well, and who is very determined. Whatever they do, whatever they decide, they will do it in any case, and they are very much determined, like always want to achieve what they want. Sometimes they may lack patience, as it is the zone of Mars, like Mars is a planet, so that's why sometimes they may lack patience. But as it is a Saturn's nakshatra, Saturn is not going to give the things easily. They will have to work hard. So this kind of frustration may be there, like I want to achieve it soon, and there may be there a lack of patience. Like you may really be very much interested in marriage and will want to get married soon. You will not be able to wait because of the Mars there, but Saturn will not give you marriage easily. You will have to wait until unless and until the right partner comes in your life, and that is better for you. You have to learn the lesson related to marriage in this part. Okay, your spouse can be like go in yoga, meditation, or these kind of things. Okay, but it is good as Mars will be able to control anger, as it is in the zone of Jupiter. Now if Saturn comes here, so Saturn is happy to be here because it's in own nakshatra, and also Saturn loves to be in the sign of Jupiter, as Saturn considers Jupiter to be the guru. Okay, so Saturn loves to be under the blessing of Lord Jupiter. In the Pisces sign, it really feels happy But Saturn doesn't give anything easily. Nothing in your life is gonna come easily, not even spirituality. Even to attain spirituality or to awaken your kundalini or even to do meditation, you will have to practice a lot, work hard a lot on yourself, on your karma, and on even your creativity. You will really have to work harder. You can become aware your spouse will be of cold natured, will be detached, will be very loyal to you, will not cheat you, okay, will not be dying for romance, will only need a committed relationship, will only need a serious relationship. Your spouse understands, okay, very dutiful towards you. He will love you a lot. So this is a good thing to have, and it also gives long lasting marriage, also gives you a karmic debt that has to be cleared in this life with your spouse. Okay, now as Jupiter comes here, Jupiter in the sign of Pisces in this Saturn's nakshatra is good. It gives you a wise, matured, spiritual spouse. Okay, he really understands, what you are, forgives easily, and is very spiritual. And also a very knowledgeable person who loves to have knowledge, who loves to study, who loves to study about religion, about spirituality. Someone who can become a very good counselor, someone who can go in this kind of field. Teacher, basically yoga teacher or someone who is teaching about spirituality. They can go in this field, can become a very good manager. Your spouse is gonna be really loyal towards you, religious, and a very nice person. Okay, they don't really go towards or run after looks, after money. They run after seriousness, they run after the right thing. Okay, the committed relationship, a serious relationship, a true love kind of relationship. I hope you really enjoyed the video, guys. I hope it was really helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye bye.